Hello everybody, Ryan, Bourbon Outdoors. Wanted to give an update on my SaltMarsh 1656 skiff. I've had it for about a month now. I've been using it. I've been using it a lot. I'm going out pretty much, I don't know, 3 or 4 times a week, I guess. So I want to give you kind of a review because prior to this, I've never even rode in one of these boats, never had my hands on it. All I did is I found it online. I've been following SaltMarsh for some time. I did have an Ancona SUV 17 prior to this boat, but I did sell that one a couple years ago, and that's when I picked this one up because I do live on an island and it's pretty hard to keep crossing that bridge and seeing everybody else having fun but me. So that's how I ended up with this. But I never went to the manufacturer. I never went over to Ancona, SaltMarsh, talked to them, none of that. I just kind of bought it unseen, right? So not knowing how it would perform other than just the little amount of stuff that I could find online. So kind of want to talk you through how I feel about it. So 55-pound thrust trolling motor. Plenty. It's plenty of speed. Would a 24-volt trolling motor be better? Well, yeah, you're going to go faster and get to where you want to go quicker with that trolling motor, but you're also adding more weight and more cost in a trolling motor itself. So the single 12-volt 55-pound thrust, which I have, is fine. That's all you need for this boat, okay? Let's see. What I would do here, this is the trolling motor plug where you plug it in. I would have moved this in a different location because when I pull the trolling motor onto the boat, basically the propeller sits right above this and salt water just comes running out of it. So I got to make sure that this is cleaned and I'm spraying it down with non-corrosive spray, right? So I got to keep mindful of that. Now, I've been getting questions from some of you guys out there, and probably the main question that I get for this boat is how does it handle in chop? Well, this boat, this hull, I don't think was designed to handle chop per se. I'm talking 2-3 foot waves. You know, you want to get into 1-footers in this, whatever, not a big deal, because once you get on plane, you're on top of them and you're skimming across, so that's easy. But if you're out in Pine Island Sound and the wind's rolling out of the north and it's kicking, you're going to get wet, and there's just no doubt about it. You get a crosswind, you're really going to get wet, okay? This doesn't have built-in spray rails. It does shove some water down to the sides, which I like, but I did not buy this boat to go out in big water, or else I would have bought something else. I am primarily a backwater fisherman, so getting out to some of those deeper spots like bridges, crossing the sound on 10 to 15 mile per hour days, it's just not going to happen for me. But I knew that when I bought it, okay? This does not have the V-hull like some of the other boats SaltMarsh makes. That's the interesting thing about SaltMarsh and Ancona, is they have a boat for every scenario that you want. So you get to pick. I picked this one because this is what I do, is backwaters and real shallow water. So for my purpose, I can't beat it. Now also, fly fishing off of this boat. People ask about hull slap. Okay, does the boat have hull slap? Yes, it does. If you are going into waves, you have hull slap. Okay, when I say waves, I'm talking little ripples. All right, if you are coming with them, you're fine. If it's a calm day, you're fine. This boat pulls so easy, it's unbelievable. This thing is only like 300 pounds and it is a dream to pull. It tracks fine, it spins fine. I mean, this boat is for me, so it does. I love it, right? Let me pull this camera up. Bear with me with the camera angles here, guys. So coolers, okay? Push this down a little bit. You see my cooler bag there. I have a cooler bag in here. I also have a regular cooler that I use. I use that when I'm going fly fishing. If I want a vantage point to stand on the front, I use it. I don't have to tie it down. It's one of the heavier coolers. But the bag, if you're just going fishing for a half a day, you fill it with ice, you're gonna be fine. You fill it with fish, you're gonna be fine. I like the bag because I can get it out of the way and I'm not sucking up room in here. It's nice. And you would be amazed when you're out there gigging or bow fishing, you're up and down throughout the boat all the time. You don't want to have to be going around a cooler. Another reason I went with the side console. Side console, badass. I love it. I like sitting here. I can sit next to whoever's on the back of the boat. We can have a conversation. It's nice. The 60 horsepower Suzuki, out of this world. Plenty of torque, plenty of get up and go. The only thing I think I might change about it is in the future I might look into a 4-blade prop to go ahead and pop me up faster in shallower water. Don't know about that yet. I'm thinking about it. I don't know if I want to pop the $400 or $500 for the right prop. Pole holders. You need pole holders. I don't have any yet. Okay. I don't have any pole holders except for the one that is on the side console. And that's it. Gotta have some pole holders. I gotta order them. I'm just gonna get the ones that clamp onto here. All right. You got your sticky pin bracket. This is what I figured out that works for me. You got under gunnel rod holders. So when you're riding or you store your boat, you can store your rods on the sides, right? Well, this thing's 8 feet long and it gets in the way inside the boat. So what I did is I got one of these hang-off things, okay? Now, I ride like this. I ride down the road like this. I ride in the water like this. Take this hang-off, you put it up here, and you pull this, because you'll be inside the boat doing this, pull it towards you in the boat, and you put that on there, and it's not going anywhere. I gone 70 miles an hour down the road with this thing. It ain't going nowhere. All right, you just create a little tension, and it puts tension against this, and you're good. You know, kind of looks a little goofy like an antenna, whatever. Next, trim tabs. Let me see if I can get them in the camera, make sure they're in there so you can see. Okay, trim tabs. I can't speak for the other models of this manufacturer, but I can speak for this because I own it. Gotta have them, okay? I'm 210 pounds. I go out by myself. I'm sitting on that side of the boat and I'm driving. You've got to put this one down to level the boat out, all right? So, you gotta have trim tabs. There's just no way about it. It is what it is. So, that about concludes it really for now. Oh, and the live well. She's fine. Family's pulling in, got to make sure they don't hit the dog. This is live, you know. So, live well. This thing's about 27 gallons. I still haven't measured it to be exact. Badass. I like it for storage, and I like throwing my 11-foot cast net. So, it makes sense for me to have a big live well. Some of the other models don't have big live wells, and that's why I went with this boat, because I like the layout. Speed, another question. To be honest with you, I don't know, because I haven't maxed it out with just being myself with the GPS. I got 36 miles per hour out of it with me, my buddy T-Roy, and cooler with ice and tackle. We got to 36. So that was on a really calm day. If we had a little bit of ripples in the water, perhaps could have got faster, but I will reply to this with the top speed. When I'm by myself, I'll do it. That's about it, really. I love this boat. It's perfect for 2 or 3 people for shallow water fishing, and we happen to have a lot of shallow water around here. So hit me up with any questions. Enjoy the burb.